So what is this mystery anyway?
I believe that there has been some sort of explosion that occurred in the building that you and Lady Molly have gotten yourselves into, and perhaps there might even be some sort of connection with the thievery over at the Museum of Natural History.
I didn't know there was a thievery at the museum.
And we'll say that his he was about to say something, but then Madison is starting to show Chase the things that he found. So, before I disclose any of this information, just know that whatever we have here has to stay here. You cannot speak about any of it to anyone else unless you really absolutely trust them. Because if anything comes back to me, well, the people at our club might not think that it's a very good idea, she says, looking towards Molly.
I'll do my best to make certain that no one finds out that your name is attached to this.
She nods, and then she starts showing you a few files. So here is a few of the surveillance cameras. Actually, Molly saw some of this footage over yesterday or earlier last night. Unfortunately, there really isn't much footage that I could get from the surveillance cameras other than these litwicks that seem to be running around. I wasn't able to follow them completely to find out where they went from the building, but there was approximately a dozen of them running around.
12, huh?
That would be what a dozen would be, yeah.
Chase rolls up his sleeve and starts looking at the phone numbers, all the numbers on his arm. Does the footage show anything about whether or not the Litwicks dragged any of the Pokemon beyond the hallway?
It looks like they dragged them out enough to safety.
And that's it? And then they left?
And then they left. The cameras that were set up, I could follow them to a point, but I don't know where they disappeared off to. Of course, considering how they're ghost Pokemon, it's kind of easy for them to just disappear.
And you couldn't tell if they were going towards a stairwell that went up or down? They just disappear from the feed?
She says, well, I was able to catch a sight of what I believe seemed to be the exact same set of 5 Litwicks on one camera. I believe I saw the same group of 5 several floors down. So my guess is that they were making their way down to the ground floor.
All right, thank you for that one. And in terms of the museum, did you get anything suspicious there?
Museum is a lot more interesting. Apparently, somebody managed to get themselves into the building by using a card key. Something that normally only one of the employees used to get into the building, which is why there wasn't any forced entry according to the police records. The individual in question went inside, got through all of the security to acquire the Arceus Psychic Plate, and then left. I do have a relatively clear image of the person who went into the building, which I find really interesting. And then she sort of gives you like a relatively fuzzy image of a middle-aged man, probably in his late 30s, maybe, darkish hair, and you can see that he's exiting out with some sort of something flat wrapped that he's got tucked under his arm as he's on his way out of the museum.
Middle-aged, and in terms of body shape, rotund, thin?
Average.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pulling up this. I was just finishing up pulling up the police report just as I was about to get into dead zone. They believe they might have ID'd this person based on the image. Trenton Benoit. Never heard of him.
Me neither. But we got a name, and names are important.
The last bit of information I got was a transcript that actually just came onto that lieutenant's file, that one was a bit of a difficulty to get into, let me tell you. Lieutenant's personal files is ridiculously hard to decipher into. I actually didn't dig nearly as much as I dared to, because I feel like I would have gotten caught.
You probably shouldn't go any further than that there, Madison.
Oh, really? Why is that?
I'm trying to find out whether or not he can be trustworthy. So just be careful, just in case he does catch you. I'd like to have an opportunity to clear your name before you get pulled in.
Fair enough. Like I said, I played it safe, and the only reason why I was able to get a hold of this transcript was because it went through his secretary first before it went to him. I don't think I would necessarily dare to get into his personal records directly. But at any rate, there's a transcript of his interrogation with a Mr. Huxley over at the delivery service, and he's spent a lot of this was spent him talking about his business, but the lieutenant asked him if he could describe the person who actually asked to have the package delivered, and he gave a bit of a description of the woman and said that the name of the woman who gave him the package was someone named Noir Sinclair. Don't think I've ever heard of her name either.
I haven't heard of her name either. We'll look into it.
Purplish hair, light skin. And she had one of those little pins on her thing too, the little psychic pins on her thing too.
What color was it?
Yellow.
That's good. Nothing to worry about then.
Molly's kind of thunderstruck upon hearing Noir's name, and she's just kind of standing there, just stunned.
Are you all right, Molly? You look like you've seen a ghost. Well, other than Tim, of course.
Well, technically I did, but she says, she kind of shakes herself, and she says, no, it's fine. Just it's a lot to take in.
Meanwhile, Tiffany, you are back at Trenton's house, and it is at this point that you're having dinner, and Ariel is saying, Trenton's running a little late. He would have called by now if he didn't make it home. And then she's going to try to call him, and it goes straight to voicemail. And this happened like throughout dinner. So it looks like Ariel is getting a little bit worried. She's looking out the window half the time while you're probably helping Ezra eat.
Yeah.
And she's still looking out the window, and she's like, I'm getting a little worried, Tiffany. Trenton hasn't come home yet. This is so unlike him.
Yeah, actually, since he's been with you, that is weird. I mean, pre-you he all but lived at the firm, but yeah.
Oh.
Do you want me to try calling him?
That might work. And at that point, her phone rings, starts to vibrate, and she picks it up. And then she immediately puts it onto her face, and she says, Trenton? Trenton, where have you been? She says, you should have called me to let you know that you were running late from work. What? You've been what? Where? Okay. Oh, honey. Okay. Well, where? Am I allowed to go am I allowed to visit you at least? She's very, very flustered. And throughout the entire conversation, she's like asking all these questions, but it doesn't sound like he has enough to go
Tiffany
with.
is trying to listen and also.
And then
yes, Ezra, look at your auntie.
she hangs up the phone, and then she sort of like leans back against the counter, and she's like processing something like, something just doesn't make sense, and she's just sitting there and not saying a word.
That was not the sounds of a happy conversation. What's wrong?
Trenton just got arrested.
What? I'm sorry, what?
Apparently, they saw surveillance footage of him stealing something from some museum in Saffron City?
That makes no sense.
I know! Trenton would never do something like that. Why would he do something like that?
I don't know.
Why would he steal anything? I thought we were comfortable enough, unless there's something he isn't telling me about our finances.
I honestly can't believe it. You two are like the couple. That's what you are.
Even if that was the case, he wouldn't steal something.
Especially not starting that large. Trenton's many things, but he's not stupid.
I don't.
Okay,
I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
call. Well, Trenton's probably already called father. Made sure. Well, if nothing, he has the best law team behind him.
Yeah.
This is wrong. This is wrong.
If they got
Something.
There's got to be something. According to him, they caught him on camera, and I'll believe it when I see it.
Okay. I have not called in sick in 3 years. Do you want me to stay here tomorrow? I can watch Ezra. If you need to go,
I can't
need
ask
to do
you,
things.
I can't ask you to do that. But
We're family. You're not gonna argue me down on this, you know.
well, I'm not gonna say no if you're offering. They said I can go visit him. Apparently, he was taken for further interrogation and questioning over at the Saffron penitentiary.
Yeah, you should go. When I don't know if you're going tonight or tomorrow. I'll be here. Oh, actually, no, I have clothes with me if you don't mind me using your laundry.
Sure. Thank you so much, Tiffany, for everything, really.
No, it's no problem.
And yeah, I don't know. This is all like one big nightmare.
Yeah, it is. But we're a family. We will rally. We'll get through this. Gets up, pulls her into a hug. We will get through this.
She will return the hug. Is anyone doing anything else before you go to bed? Just out of curiosity.
Well,
Do
I'm
I get
wondering.
arrested?
Yes. Okay. I think I saw Noir's hand go up first. So Noir and then Riz.
Do I get arrested?
You do not get arrested yet.
Yet. We'll get you.
I think that you might, something might happen later, but not that you would know personally, unless Molly says something to you before that happens. So that's up to Chase and Molly with the information that was given to them by Madison. So, Riz, are you going to do anything? Is
Well, I was
Cassie
just
going to do
going to
anything?
ask. Wait, sorry, what was the last part?
I'm sorry, was Cassie going to do anything?
I just wanted to know first, did her mom ever reply?
No, she did not.
All
Her
right.
mom is normally pretty good about texting. Maybe she's too busy. Who knows? But she did not reply to your
Yeah.
text.
Well, I figure they probably haven't talked in a while.
Yeah.
Since, they kind of left on bad terms. And so she does admittedly, have that fear in the back of her mind, but she's trying to just think about how it's bitterness still.
Okay.
But no, I don't think so. Did Cassie know at all about Molly's meetup with them? I don't know how late they were like hanging out until
I don't know if Chase would
Molly
have.
left.
Well, Madison would have told Molly. I don't know if Molly would have said anything to Cassie necessarily.
That's why I'm asking. Yeah. So,
Molly.
I think since Molly's apparently bunking with Noir and Cassie, I'm pretty sure she would have mentioned that she was just going to go out for a while, but she didn't say where or who she was going to meet.
Does she come back?
I think she does.
Yeah. Do you want to come back before they go to bed?
Yeah, I would. You know what? I would suggest after saying bye to Madison, I will stick by Molly. I'll get her home. I would like to know where she's staying right now, basically.
Creeper.
I'll say, well, I was supposed to be staying with Noir and Cassie tonight on their couch.
So you found a place, huh?
And I said,
Did you hear the noir part?
No. What was that, Ella?
Oh, sorry. No, I meant.
Oh, the
Staying
noir,
with
the
Noir and
name
Cassie.
getting dropped. Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah. So Molly says, I don't know, it doesn't make sense. I mean,
I think too many things are coming together in a very strange way, and I'm not liking any of it because it's making me more confused, and I'm trying to unconfuse myself here.
He keeps
You're-
hitting
you're
himself
not-
in confusion.
If only I'd stick to a name.
Yeah, you're not the only one who's confused. This whole thing. Yesterday I just left to deliver a package like I always do. I didn't think we'd be mixed up in all this.
I didn't trust Noir after I met her. I felt like there was something strange about this whole thing. There's Litwicks that aren't doing anything to people. Seems everyone's talking about Team Rocket, and I feel like that's a red flag. Having the psychic tablet, the psychic plate being stolen from the museum ties this to psychics, and my bet is that there's something going on with psychics. So finding out that Noir might be behind all this and that she's the one who started this all off, maybe she knows a teleporter, and she timely got here in a very timely manner to put herself in danger. I didn't see her coming out of the building or helping people until the last minute. So I'm thinking that you're not staying in the right place right now. I think she might be using you.
I don't know. I mean, this is all just this is all so mixed up. And she's gonna keep walking, and finally she's gonna turn to him and say, "You know what? Maybe I'm staying at exactly the right place."
Good point. If she's going to scapegoat you, you should be close. Find out if you can figure out anything else. I would like to know where this place is, though. So I'll take you back there, and then I'll be on my way.
I'm assuming Molly knows their address.
Yep.
Yeah. If you're gonna stay the night, they'd share it.
Of course.
Yeah, good luck finding us.
Yeah. Yeah, if you knock in the door, Nora will probably be the one to open it.
Yeah.
If we're going to continue the scene, I'm going to go up with Molly to the apartment.
Sure.
All right.
It's like,
Hmm.
okay.
Oh,
Just
Molly,
act
you're back.
natural. Oh, hi, Noir. How are you?
How's your mind reading today?
Good.
How's your mind reading today, there,
Really?
Noir?
See the psychic pin and presume mind reading.
Any strange thoughts lately? Are you picking up any now?
No, apparently not, other than that you're incredibly hostile towards me.
I'm just giving you an opportunity to give it a shot, Green Pin.
And I guess by that point, Cassie would call out, "Hey, is that Molly?"
Yeah, she brought a friend.
Molly
Sorry.
would kind of slide between them and get into the room and be like, "Oh, hi, Cassie. It's a cold night, isn't it?"
So yeah, she steps out into the
Yeah,
open
it's
where she
cold.
can actually see the doorway now. Smiles upon seeing Molly, but then seeing, Rocky, Luke, Chase, whatever he's going by right now. Your smile falters a bit. It's like, "Oh, hey, what's he doing here?" As she looks at Molly again.
And hearing the reference to cold night, Chase does start zipping up the hoodie up to his face. It's like,
Well, Well, I ran into him. I talked about stuff that's been going on, and things are crazy right now.
You okay?
Totally fine. It's just,
So thanks to you.
Could I sit down? Could I sit down?
Yeah. Do you need a drink or something?
Yeah, just anything. If there's alcohol in it, even better.
I might have a little something. Okay. Whatever your name is at the moment. Would you like it something? You can come in if you want.
I'm going to stay by the door. I don't feel so
Okay.
safe. I don't want this place to fall down over me. I want to make sure I can get away fast. Know where the exits are.
Why are you saying that?
Where were you yesterday, Noir? And I'm not
Fine,
talking about
but
yesterday. I mean before that. I mean the beginning of the yesterday.
Well, I woke up in my apartment, went to work, and I went to buy my brother a birthday present.
Ever been a shipping package distributor? Ever been out of the city? Do you travel often there, Noir?
I've only ever been to Saffron City in Kanto. I traveled by train from Calais.
How many psychic
I think-
friends do you have, Noir?
0.
You don't know any psychics?
I don't really know a lot of people around Kanto.
Did you know
The
any
people I
psychics who
know.
know you?
I think you're being a little powerist here. Just because she's a little psychic doesn't mean all of her friends are psychic or anything.
Thank you.
Is Molly's drink ready?
Yeah, it like floats over to you.
She's gonna kind of take it out of the air and then just knock it back.
Are you sure you're okay?
Seeing the drink, she does shudder a little bit, seeing that little bit of a glow, I guess. Would you say, Hark? Or
Yeah, I would
did
say
you
so. Just a question: is Madison with you too?
I wouldn't have brought her, but
you would not
Molly
have. That's
did.
fine. She doesn't have to
Yeah.
be. Okay,
I
cool.
don't think she would have been with us.
Okay, that's fine. Keep going.
Where is Fabian?
Fabian right now, I think, is in his room.
Oh, I thought Chase was asking that. I'm like, how does he know?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you asking that in character?
No.
Out of character.
Out of
I'm just wondering
character.
where he is in the scene.
Out of
because,
character, yes. Out of character,
Where's
Fabian.
Fabian?
Out of character,
You
Fabian.
checked the children.
Jesus.
Where is Fabian? Actually, that would be where is Fabian?
Just the final zip up.
Maybe like you
Sound
asked
like
that
Maine.
like you'd be like out of the apartment doorway.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. So just sorry if I was being a little rough. I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. He starts unzipping down to his midget, like his hoodie. And he pulls down his hoodie. How's
Lux
everyone?
pops out.
How's everyone doing tonight? Oh, hey, Lux, here you go. Go play.
And Molly looks at him like where did
Hey.
where did this come
Hey,
from?
what are you drinking there, Molly? We having a fun time? We just pouring drinks?
Molly, you're taking. I'm sorry. Were you about to say something?
No.
Molly. You're having your drink, and now I would think Molly is a relatively lightweight. So you're actually starting
She
to
is.
doze off a little bit, and which actually is still odd, even for you. Like you shouldn't be dozing off so quickly, even from not even having half of this drink. And I think some of you are noticing that Molly is starting to doze off, and for whatever reason, you guys, by seeing her starting to doze off, the four of you are also starting to doze off.
Huh?
And then you guys end up all you all actually all fall asleep you actually all zonk out.
Wait, just there.
I'm sorry?
Just right there, standing there.
Yeah.
Like,
you
am I still sitting
You're
with
sitting.
the drink
You're sitting.
and sleep?
Yeah, you're sitting, and then you'll probably your head will probably drop to the table. Wherever you are, you'll probably either your head will drop to the table or you'll collapse on the floor. All of the Pokemon around you notice that all of your trainers, or however you want to refer to them, just fell asleep, and they're starting to snooze. Which is strange, because normally if this happens, you're like, there's no Jigglypuff singing right now. I don't hear any Jigglypuffs. Tiffany, you also are, I don't know what you're doing. Maybe you're watching TV, maybe you're working on something for your portfolio.
Probably playing with Ezra right now. She's in anti-mode.
You as well doze off too, and you also fall asleep.
No one was driving.
Yeah.
So my question, I guess, back at the apartment is, how does all of the Pokemon react at the apartment now?
Is Chase still standing, or did he fall over when he fell asleep?
He probably just collapsed to the floor
Okay.
when he fell asleep.
Lux, beeline to his side, tapping face.
What do the 4 Pokemon say to each other? All of their
So is Bullet actually inside? He's not waiting outside this time?
I would like for Bullet to just be inside.
Okay.
He's inside, but don't flap your wings too much, or else you might knock things over.
To get to a specific point. But I want to give a chance for the 4 Pokemon to interact if they want to interact and react to what's happening to their masters right now.
I'm good to go if someone is. Does someone want to go before me?
This isn't
Remy?
right. What's going on? You're human. She's psychic. Did she do this?
So Remy will flare up, and he'll start pacing around, and he's jumping on top of things, and he's trying to find out if there's something going on in the area. He's very nervous
Boss,
right now.
has this happened before? Why have they all fallen asleep? This is very odd.
This is odd, considering last night. Something's not right, and he looks at Fabian's door. And he jumps.
You look at Fabian's door, and you go to his door?
Yeah, he'll go to his door, and he'll start pawing at the door.
As Bullet repeatedly licks Molly's face.
There's no response.
What's behind the door? Who's Fabian, or what's Fabian?
It's a psychic's
Fabian's a
brother.
good boy. He's nice.
I have not been able to find a lot of information on Mimikyu. How far do the arm things stretch?
Oh, I don't know either, but it looks like from images and whatnot, it's I would say maybe 2 meters. 2 meters.
I don't think Bullet notices anything.
Well, Molly's on the ground. That's all he needs to do.
That's all. It's focus.
Okay, I'm more thinking if he could get to the doorknob and open it to get into the room.
Yeah, Remy's
He
barking.
does kind of sort of have hands.
Remy's barking. He's partially, maybe slightly concerned that something's going on with Fabian, but he's acting more like he's afraid.
Roll a focus, Remy.
11.
Yeah, 11.
11. You definitely sense something. Something definitely is going on behind that door in Fabian's room. The weird thing is, it's not psychic in nature. There's some sort of there's a power there's powerful activity happening on the other side of that door, but it's not psychic in nature. You can't quite put your finger on or your paw on what it is. You can't tell if it's good or bad.
We got to get through this door. I'm willing to burn it down, but I don't want to burn down the entire apartment.
I could get through the door.
He moves out of the way.
So then he'll brave bird through the door.
You'll brave bird through the
Lux's
door.
plan of just opening door was not accepted.
Okay.
No, he heard Remy say we needed to break through. He's like, all right, I'm going.
All right. Roll whatever you need
Sorry,
to roll
Lex.
for your brave bird.
Oh yeah, do I click on like the normal attack button?
Oh.
The
Awkward.
physical attack. I believe brave bird's a physical
Okay, yeah.
attack.
It's a physical attack, yeah.
Oh my goodness, 36 damage. Okay.
Did
Do you
I
want
break it?
do you want to give us a visual of what his brave bird looks like when he attacks with it?
I don't remember the exact description.
you can
of
make
that
it up,
move from
Riz.
the games.
Yeah.
And so just with the limited space he has, he's gonna start just like swirling around the room, and then just immediately slingshot off and just spiral cannonball straight into the door.
You cannonball straight into the door. There is a loud crash, which does not wake up your companions. I'm glad that. Fortunately, we have extra 5,000 Pokebucks to help prepare that door. Noir.
Yeah, that's gonna be annoying.
that door. You break down the door. Yeah, that's the money. Why the money's there for collateral damage. But and
Remy should have been more careful with
I
his
guess I
word
should
choice.
have asked if we could turn the doorknob first.
Yes.
and
Oh,
you see Fabian. He is currently in the center of the room, floating upside down, and his hair is like, the gravity in his hair is falling towards the ground, but he's upside down, and he has his eyes are shut, and he looks like he's at peace. He's like in like almost like he's meditating. And normally, like when you see people floating like this, again, to Remy, that's normally a psychic thing, but this is not the same. It's not the same. It's different. What do you guys do, or say?
well, Fern's gonna run in there. Fabian, jump, go.
I'll
Come back down.
let people roll a. Let me look at the character sheets again. This would be a occult
Yeah.
education. Occult education, I will say. This is for Lux.
9.
Lux got a 9. Okay, Lux, you have heard about this sort of energy. As a ghost Pokemon, this makes sense.
Actually, it would be 11, wouldn't it, for the morale boost too?
Oh, for the morale.
yeah.
Yes, morale. Thank you.
I just clicked a button.
But if 11 makes it better, there you go.
What
you.
right now Fabian is manifesting is a spirit energy known as aura, which is literally magic from the soul itself, from the spirit. This is aura.
Darn it, Haley. Sorry, that was out of character.
I don't know if
Okay,
Lux
in
says
character.
anything to everybody else, but that's what.
That's aura ability? Does your, well, I guess he's not your human, but offspring of your human do that normally?
I'm gonna say that you have never seen Fabian do this before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's never done this.
No, but I always stayed away for a reason.
But he's nice normally. Why is he floating?
That is the good question.
I mean, what do we do?
Remy
Calm
will
down, Fabian. Oh,
Remy
sorry.
will jump on the bed and then he'll try to jump onto Fabian.
You get on the bed. Are you trying to jump onto him, like onto
I'm
his?
trying to grab on him, yeah.
You can grab onto him, and once you grab onto him, Fabian doesn't break out of his trance, but he says something out loud, the same thing he said earlier.
I don't think you should be here.
Hmm.
I'm beginning to agree with that sentiment. Bucks over, wraps hand around kid's ankle if he can reach, and will try to pull him down.
You can. I'm gonna say that you can pull him down. He's not stuck in that spot. You can pull him down, but it doesn't look like you can wake him up.
Remy will go to Noir next.
Okay. Let me shift over to what's happening in the trainers' heads now. So, I'm going to start with Tiffany. Tiffany,
Yes.
so the last thing that you remember is that you were dozing off working on Auntie stuff. And I mean, you've had a long couple of days, so maybe you're just really
And
exhausted.
the bears did a thing.
Yeah. And you find yourself your surroundings are very fuzzy. You can't really make out distinct shapes. If we want to say it's Fade-like, it's Fade-like, but not quite. Fade doesn't exist in this universe, but you can get sort of what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard for you to really make out any physical objects in this space. Everything is fuzzy, and you might wander around for a bit, and again, without any idea of length of time, the passage of time, you will eventually reach some sort of clearing or space where you see your 4 companions unconscious. 4 companions are unconscious. Yes.
Today should have been better than yesterday. I should have. Goes over to Chase. Is he laying down? How is
He's
he
laying
positioned?
down. He's laying down in some sort of collapsed on
Okay.
the floor position.
Going to try to move him to a more comfortable position, then try to wake him up. Chase? Chase?
You'll-
Can you wake up?
You'll easily manage to shake him awake, and Chase, you'll wake up, and again, the last thing you remember was dozing off, and maybe you sort of kind of half remember collapsing to the floor. But you can see Tiffany in front of you in this bizarre space.
So shake my head, look around, super confused, but get up as fast as possible. I'd probably get woozy. The blood rushes out of my head and get a little woozy, try to support myself on Tiffany and look around. Spot the other ones, I guess,
Any
unconscious.
idea where here is? This is weird. I don't do weird. You do weird. Is this your brand of weird?
This is a little bit past my brand of weird, and
Okay.
I don't know where I am, but we got to get her up. And I point at Noir.
Okay.
And it better be you doing it.
Sure. Okay. Can she actually have to stand up, or could she just more or less crawl over? Not sure how close
Yeah,
everyone is
yeah.
together.
People are relatively close to each other.
Okay. Nee walks over to Noir. Noir? Nausicaa? Nice coffee shop lady? Time to wake up. Come on.
Hello?
We'll say
Hi.
we'll say that Tiffany's talking to Nausicaa also rouses both Cassie and Molly. Both of you wake up as well.
Does this place look familiar at all?
You tell us, Psychic.
Molly looks up and she says, "Oh God, yesterday I woke up in hell. Today I woke up in some kind of dreamland or something."
Cassie likewise is sitting up with a groan, like holding her head, just what the she swears.
Suddenly, some shapes start to materialize around you, and you realize that in various locations, within like a few feet away from each of you, several feet away from you, are all of these doors. Multiple doors of different shapes and sizes and colors. Numerous doors. And it looks like the doors are divided up into separate sets of doors. Sets of 2 or 3 doors.
Okay, I think we think
Where
we
the-
will, but
Doors there a second ago?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
You can't quite tell if... Some of you probably can't quite tell if the doors just appeared, or maybe they were always there and you just didn't notice them at first.
Chase will approach a door.
Chase, you're going to approach a door. You go up a set of doors. Red, yellow,
Red.
and blue. Red. You open the red door. The door opens, and on the other side of the door is a playground with the sandbox closest to you.
I look back at the group. Anyone want to give me any sense of concern about this place? Anyone know anything? Anyone read about anything?
I mean, Cassie,
And
by
I-
this point... Oh, sorry.
No, I just move out of the way from the door and I point through it and I'm like, anyone?
Molly, you recognize that playground and that sandbox. In fact, you're closest to the sandbox, and you can actually see swirls in the sandbox. The exact same
that's-
swirls that Molly put in.
Those are my. Can she go in through the door?
Yeah, you can go in. You can go in.
She'll go in and she'll kind of crouch down next to the sandbox and she'll just stare
Yeah.
at the
so
drawings.
Those are the same swirls from that day when you were at the orphanage.
She won't say anything. She'll just stare at them.
What's going on?
I have no idea. Just another dream, I guess.
Chase is gonna walk through the door.
Which one?
The same one?
Yeah, you can walk through the door and go to the sandbox and the playground if you'd like.
I might be doing something foolish here. But I'm gonna shut the door behind me.
You shut the door, and the playground and the sandbox disappears, but you and Molly are still there. So think of it as like there's this door with no wall. You know, if the door is shut, you can look at the other side of the door, and there's nothing on the other side of the door. It's just there. But then when you open it, all of a sudden the image appears, like a hologram kind of, but it's a physical thing. And then when you shut the door, it just disappears. But you and Molly are still on the other side of the door.
And can they see us from there?
Yeah,
Okay.
I see.
you can still walk around. It's almost like opening the door turns on the image.
The
if that
vision,
makes sense.
the image.
The vision. And shutting it just makes it disappear.
Hmm. Very interesting. All right, well, walk. Go ahead, Nora.
I just wanted to say a out of character question. Does this feel familiar at all?
Not at all.
Okay.
Totally new. You've never experienced anything like this before. Totally new.
Okay, I was supposed to guess some other question if there'd be anything I could roll, but I doubt it.
Occult, maybe? Occult
Oh,
education?
occult.
15? Okay.
Yeah. That's right. Cassie knows what's up.
Sure.
Cassie, you know you're very knowledgeable about these kind of things. You have heard stories about a dream realm. There's a Pokemon dream realm, which is the realm of the Pokemon god Cresselia. You believe this is Cresselia's domain.
Like for realsies?
Well, I'll let you decide how much you believe in the gods, but whether you believe in the gods
But
or not,
everything seems to fit the stories at least.
everything seems to fit the story. That this is the dream realm, the dream zone, or whatever they call it. Cresselia's
Alright.
dream.
Yeah, Cassie's like, rubbing her head and just kind of just continually swearing under her breath as she approaches one of the doors, like another set.
You're gonna approach another one of the doors, and that set of doors is ruby, sapphire, and emerald. A ruby door, a sapphire door, and an emerald door.
Are they in any particular order?
No arbitrary order. I don't.
All right, well then she'll go for the center one, which just so happens to be, for no particular reason, emerald.
Sure, for no particular reason, emerald. She'll open the door, and on the other side of the door is it's actually a rocket. It's a rocket.
Everyone else can see this.
Everyone else can see this. Yes, everyone can see through the door. It's a rocket.
Wait, now I have to be sure. Is it a literal rocket?
It's a literal rocket.
Okay.
A literal rocket, yes.
Why is there a rocket?
You know, she scoffs and slowly shakes her head, like still holding the doorknob, like, I have no idea what is going on right now. Of course, she doesn't like the image that it brings to mind,
Sure.
but she's just like staring at it, watching as it goes higher.
Okay.
Chase gets a bit of a flashback of pulling on towels inside the orphanage
Mm-hmm.
as a child,
Mm-hmm.
and he turns to Molly and he says, "Remember pulling a colored towel in the orphanage?"
Molly's just kind of, she's been standing there just dumbfounded, just trying to process all of this. And at the sound of the word orphanage, she looks at Chase and she says, how did you well, I think I chose a yellow one. And she goes to the yellow door and she opens it.
You go to the yellow door and you open it. On the other side is a desk with a PC on the desk.
She just kind of walks around it. Is there anything on the screen?
No. The PC is currently running. I think it's in sleep mode. If you try to manipulate it and try to wake it up from sleep mode, it doesn't turn on. It doesn't wake up. It's just on sleep mode.
Just gotta make sure the mouse is plugged in.
She says, "That's sandbox. That was the sandbox, but I don't know what this is."
How many doors are there?
There's 7 sets of doors.
Sets of doors.
7 sets of doors.
Mhm.
Does anyone do anything else?
I mean, if no one else is gonna go, yeah, Cassie would close that one and just open like the one to her left. Ruby, I guess it would be.
You'll try to open the ruby door, and it's locked.
Another curse. All right, and the sapphire one, same thing.
Sapphire is locked. You can't open it.
And Chase goes to the blue and says to himself, "Who took the blue towel?" And he tries to open the blue door.
It's locked.
Well, Nor would try and go towards a set of doors.
Yep, you'll get to a door. One is gold, one is silver, one is made of crystal.
She'll go for the gold one.
You open the gold one, and it doesn't look like there is anything in the other side, except your eye finally catches something on the ground. It is a it is a pin. It is a psychic pin, and this psychic pin has adorned all around it all of the ribbons from red to indigo, and there appears to be something warm and sticky on the pin itself, and you realize it's blood. There's fresh blood on this psychic symbol.
Yeah. No one will probably. Where's the blood on this?
Probably because you delivered the bomb.
Where's the blood? The door.
You close the door. Okay.
Molly's gonna walk through the doors and see and if there's any other thing that jumps out at her.
Okay. Which door? I'm sorry.
The out of character, I did the X and Y one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you'll get to another set, and there's 2 doors in this set: X and Y. Yes. And which door do you try to open?
She goes to the Y one first.
You'll try to open the Y one. It's locked.
She's starting to process it a little bit, and she says, "Okay." She opens the X door.
You open the X door. On the other side of the X door Again, almost you're not sure if there actually was anything on the other side, but you do see something relatively small in front of you, and you pick it up. It appears to be a container of some weird-looking pills, unmarked container of pills.
She's not sure what to make of that. She just kind of shakes them.
You shake up the pills, and you suddenly feel very disconcerting. You feel very disconcerting, but you're not sure why.
So she'll drop the pills and back away from them.
Okay.
So just I mean, okay, so maybe a bit pseudo out of character here. So Molly took the yellow towel, and she had the XY option in session 1. No, I'm gonna do it in character. So Chase is still at the blue door.
Sure.
And he's looking at it, and he's thinking back to the orphanage, and he's just thinking about the color.
Yeah.
And then he knocks on the door and he says, "Jet Black, are you in there?"
There's no response on the other side of the door, but you do, when you say his words, you do realize the shade of blue on the door. It's the same shade of blue of his hair.
You know his name now, by the way.
He will always be Jet Black. And I love this. Tiffany has moved toward none of the doors.
Yeah, Tiffany's moved to none of the doors. Yes.
Molly shuts the X door behind her, and she'll say, "We'll have a talk later, EM."
Ian?
Nope.
Anyone else doing anything?
Yes.
Okay, Cassie.
Can Cassie go check the black and white doors?
He can. Which one does he tries to open?
She'll try the black first.
You try to open the black one, and it's locked.
Then the white one?
You try to open the white one, and it's locked.
Alright, so she'll let out a frustrated groan and look back toward the others and be like, "Can someone come open this?"
I'll try.
Which one do you try to open?
The black one.
You get to the black one, you turn the handle, it opens.
What
The black one opens.
Please don't be creepy again.
You open the black door, and on the other side is a orange hoop. It's an orange hoop.
And like looking over her
and it's
shoulder,
like floating. That's floating in midair.
can Cassie
Orange.
see that too?
Yeah, you can see it too. It's an orange hoop that's floating in midair.
Huh. No, rub the gold bracelets on my wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Well, any idea what this means?
Could it have something to do with Hoopa?
What, the Pokemon?
Yeah, that one. Looks like one's rings.
It does look very similar, only it's larger.
I mean, I guess. Alright,
Makes me think of it.
yeah, Cassie's gonna turn back to, the majority of the group again. Say, alright, who hasn't opened a door yet?
I think just me.
Right, she'll look at, she'll look at her and just point and say, "You, go get one." Just point toward an empty set.
Okay, do any of the doors feel like they would resonate more with her than others, or?
Well, there's the set of doors that one is adorned with diamonds, pearls, and a platinum door. That's one set. And then there's another set that is, again, the gold, silver, and crystal set, sort of.
Goes over toward the gold, silver, crystal, looks at them for a few moments. Noor, the day we met, weren't we asked a question? And you chose gold, didn't you? For cups, I think?
Oh, yeah. You chose
Yeah, I was
crystal.
annoyed because I usually choose gold, but you chose gold, and I don't want to copy you. So I chose crystal because Swarovski crystal. So I guess I'm opening the crystal?
You attempt to open the crystal door, and it opens. Behind the door is a large prism. A large prism.
Shiny.
What's that mean?
All right, so now that she's opened the door, Cassie nods and looks around at the others again and says, "All right, who here can relate somehow to whatever was behind their door?"
I like shiny
I can,
things.
but-
Whose
I can, but
teeth
that
are
wasn't really my
technically
door.
crystals?
I guess. What did Molly say?
Molly said, "Well, I did with the first door, but that wasn't technically my door. That was Chase's door.
Well, what was your door?
My door was the one with the PC in it."
And that means nothing to you.
Molly's gonna go back to the yellow door and open it again to see if it's still the same thing.
Still the same thing.
So she walks around, she stares at it, and she looks at it. She says,
Madison.
"I guess if we wanted to stretch, it's connected with Madison. But
Madison who?
out of character, is it a laptop or a desktop?"
It's a desktop, not a laptop.
Okay. So she says,
It looks like the kind of PC that you typically upload your currently unused Pokemon to. Like when you have too many Pokemon, you can only carry up to 6 apparently for some reason. You can upload the Pokemon onto a PC. It looks like that kind of a PC to upload Pokemon onto.
This is one of those Pokemon Center PCs, right?
Yes, correct.
You two were saying something. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
You two were saying something about Madison. Madison who?
She's the friendly person who works at the Pokemon Center.
Huh. I was speaking to Madison this morning.
You were. Did you go to the Pokemon Center?
No, we spoke over the phone. She's an acquaintance of mine. I was asking her about it was a deposit into my bank account by a middle-aged man who I didn't know, with dark hair.
Dark hair, huh? And he looks
Wait.
at Molly.
Middle-aged man with dark hair.
Yeah.
So
Does that mean something to you?
someone stole, that museum break-in that happened at the same time as the bomb?
Hmm.
They caught a middle-aged man walking out with the psychic plate.
Well, again,
Yes,
middle-aged man could be
yes.
anyone.
I'm thinking
Well,
of middle-aged. I'm thinking.
What's on
Couple
Tiffany? Go ahead.
Go ahead, Tiffany.
What's on Tiffany's expression when she hears that? Just out of curiosity.
Shock, and then very quickly, mask on, blank face. Yeah, that is weird.
Substitute.
Substitute.
Well, we got a name for the middle-aged man.
Who?
Trenton.
Let me guess.
Trenton.
Trenton. Yeah.
Trenton. I don't know any Trentons. Why?
Do you know this guy, Tiffany?
Yeah, he's my older brother.
She takes a couple steps back from everybody at this
Coming
point.
up.
Molly just rubs her head, like, okay.
How well do you know your brother?
Well, now pretty well. Growing up, we were a little bit distant, but we're trying to be family now.
Trying to be family? At one point you weren't?
Oh, there's like 10 years between us, so it was hard for us sometimes to find things to agree on or have in common, besides we grew up in the same house. And we had one parent that pitted us against each other a lot. So, a little bit of conflict there, and...
And now
Well-
he's robbing banks.
And
Which
museum.
doesn't make any
Museums.
sense. He's a lawyer. He has a lovely home and wife, kid, and another one on the way. It doesn't... I don't...
Where was he last night? Does he live in Saffron City?
No, Cerulean.
Strange how people can go between cities on an instant, huh? He looks at Noir.
What? Why are you looking at me?
Well, now that we're all opening doors into our pasts,
Cassie perks up at that, but doesn't say anything.
Huh? What is
looks like you mailed a bomb somewhere.
What?
Come again?
Why would I didn't do that?
Well, if it was as easy as opening one of these doors just so we could get at the truth of all of this, I'm sure that any one of us would take that opportunity. But
Wait a second. Noir, that money that you got in your account. You said
Huh?
you said you didn't. You said you don't know who sent it to you, but apparently it was in your account under your name.
If someone sent the money as if they were me, but the camera shows that they clearly weren't me, apparently. That's what.
Trenton has a way of stealing identities from the looks of it, because he also got into the museum with someone's pass and passed as someone else from the looks of it. So it looks like Trenton has access to identity.
Can we confirm something really quick, though? Did she or did she not send the bomb?
Transcript
didn't.
says she did.
Confirm it right now.
I didn't. I was buying a birthday present for my brother when the bomb went off.
Well, Huxley did remark he recognized your voice.
But I never
Why would
beat
she
the
put her-
Celadon.
Self in the middle of the explosion.
She was in a safe place, as far as I saw. She didn't come out with any burn wounds.
And a shelf on me, thank you very much.
You were buying a present for your brother, then you were upstairs in the toy shop, huh? Where it was safer?
It wasn't very safe. There was smoke everywhere. I found women unconscious.
I like the little play you did there with the cop, asking him why an explosion happened. I like that deflection that you did there.
How was it deflecting? I never set off an explosion or a bomb in my life.
Well, I know you didn't because you mailed it. That's what we're trying to say.
I didn't mail it. I wasn't in Celadon. I've never been in Celadon.
So someone took you over, and we need to find out if that's the case. You're the closest thing we got to reading minds. So I think you need to start reading some minds, not ours. You need to get out there.
Why don't you have a look at mine? Then you'll know the truth.
Which one is your door? I already saw the rocket. All of a sudden, these surprises are not so surprising. And he looks at Cassie.
While you're having this conversation, if anyone else is noticing, while they're having this conversation back and forth, the door, the golden door, did you shut it or did you leave it open? You shut it, right?
I left it open.
You left it open? The door, I guess, kind of starts to go open in and out a little bit, as if there's like a little bit of a breeze. And that's the only door. There's clearly no breeze in here, but that door is clearly like moving a little bit while this heated conversation is happening. It's vibrating almost.
I mean, Cassie doesn't really notice that because now she's glaring at Chase and is like, okay, that rocket could have meant literally anything.
Like you worked for Team Rocket at one point?
Hey, at least my older brother didn't pay someone to deliver a bomb to a department store.
So
Excuse me?
Molly's gonna
Blair's?
Molly's gonna ignore everyone and walk straight toward the door.
Which one?
This way.
The golden door, the one that's swaying.
Careful.
You'll go through the golden door, and the pin will still be there. The bloody pin will still be there.
Stupid bloody pin.
And she glances at the pin, but then just looks at the door.
I look at the pin and then look to see if Noir's got a pin on.
I think Noir in this dream will be wearing what she normally is wearing in real life, in the dream world.
Still looking at the doors. Something color decision. Felicity, the pearl.
Okay, you go over to the door adorned with pearls, and behind that door
Oh, so pretty. No, focus.
is a giant wall behind that door. A giant wall. Similar to the border wall. The border around Kanto.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think I prefer the crystal. It was shinier.
Cassie, are you opening one of the
Yeah,
other doors?
meanwhile, flustered, she like stomps over to the moon door and yanks it open.
You open the moon door, and behind it is a nightstand, your nightstand. And on top of the nightstand is a magic Pokeball, the magic 8-ball Pokeball.
Huh.
All right, well, she's gonna grab the. Can she grab it? You can. Yeah, we've interacted with these things already, right?
Yeah, she can grab it.
All right, so yeah, she grabs the 8-ball. Yeah, like starts vigorously shaking it and says, "Is this Cressilia's doing?" Waits to see.
Jeez.
And the response will be, results are likely.
Those things are just toys.
She's not really listening at this point, just kind of like throws her head back for a brief shout of the F word to the sky.
So Molly says, "What does all this mean? The only thing that makes sense to me is the sandbox where," and she looks at Chase and she says, "where you and I met."
Supposedly, if you can open a door, it has something to do with you, your past, your memories, whatever you can relate to.
Did you used to want to be an astronaut?
Yes, I used to want to be an astronaut. Are you happy?
Well, if you're being honest, yes. If not, I think this is not the time for sarcasm.
Are you being honest, Cassie?
She'll let out a heavy sigh and roll her eyes, look to Noir, and say, "It's all in the past, all right? So no, but I'm not like that anymore."
Huh. I see why you wouldn't put that on your roommate's thing. Okay. Well,
supposedly you can read minds all of a sudden? Because I don't remember that being part of the agreement either.
Wait. Is this why you got snippy at my joke? It's true? You did work for Rocket?
Hey, shut up. I'm talking.
We're coming back to this point. But go on.
Then continue talking.
yes, I can read minds. I don't like telling many people about it because they normally go, their reactions aren't great. Your reaction when I told you I was telekinetic was like, oh, at least you're not telepathic.
Big surprise there, isn't it?
The secrets are just pouring out.
And-
All right, Noir, go ahead, read my mind. Bring out the secrets.
What, that you used to play in a sandbox?
It's gonna come out eventually. I want to see if it comes out now. Come on, Noir.
Are you going to try to read her mind?
Okay, if she's willing, it just happens that I don't have to do a check.
You're going to try to read her mind, but you can't.
I can't read your mind. She's gonna try and telekinetically like close or open one of the doors.
You can't.
So, first you're a telepath, and then you're not a telepath. 2 secrets in one day. Okay, that's great.
Cassie, you believe, because of your knowledge of the dream world, that it's probably because you guys are asleep and you're dreaming. So, like, Noir really can't use her psychic abilities in her dream. It doesn't quite work that way.
Because the wavelengths are all messed up.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's almost like how they say you can't read in a dream. You're not technically, like, the part of the brain that dreams can't formulate words, so technically you're not
Right.
supposed to be able to read in a dream. So
Makes sense. So at this point in time, she doesn't feel the need to say that,
okay.
but she has.
Guess it doesn't work here.
Well, now, so has every door been tried or every set?
Every set has been tried. If anyone tries to open any other doors that's not their own, it will be locked to them.
That's what Cassie tried. And nothing new has appeared.
Nope, nothing new has appeared. Were you about to
Yeah?
say something, Molly?
She's just gonna say, well, this has all been fun, but maybe we should try to think about how to get out of here.
Agreed.
Well,
Suggestions?
we're all asleep right now, so unless something wakes us up from the outside, I don't have much of an idea.
I'm sure our Pokemon have tried to wake us up.
Alright, we've been going for a while, so I'll just end the session. We'll just end the session right there, and we'll pick it up in the next time. We're going for a while. So,